Okay, guys, so here are the multiple allele problems from your genetics problems packet. You should have this in front of you. We're just going to do basic monohybrid crosses, so single trait Punnett squares, but using several alleles instead of just one. So number one, we're going to give the possible phenotypic. So remember, phenotypic is what the blood type is, what's the outcome. Blood types of the offspring when the father is O, and the mother is BB. So again, we set up our basic Punnett square. I'm giving you the genotypes of each parent. OO, BB, and we do a Punnett square exactly the same as we would with any other trait. This is the only time we use different letters. And we see that all of the genotypes of the offspring would be BO, which means the blood type would be B, because O is recessive to B, and therefore the B is what's actually going to show up. All right. Number two. What genotypic blood types must parents have in order to produce offspring of blood types A and blood types O? So what that's saying is that the offspring can be either A or O, but nothing else. So there has to be at least one box that's OO, because that is the recessive trait. So therefore, each parent has to have at least one O, which means this is going to be an O and this is going to be an O. Now, the only way that you're going to get a type A in here is if at least one of the parents has a type A. Now, do you know for sure what this is? No, because this in and of itself could be an A, which would make these all A's, or it could be an O, which makes this O, okay? We don't have the ratios, so what we're going to say is that one parent is definitely AO. The other parent is AO or OO, okay? But either way, you would get children with the blood types A and O, but you wouldn't get any Bs and you wouldn't get any ABs. What blood types must the parents be in order to produce 4 different phenotypic blood types? Well, there are only 4 different phenotypic blood types, AB, or O. So we've got our little Punnett square here. And I'm going to fill in the children. You know there has to be an AB and there has to be an O, correct? So you know that this has to be A and B, A and B, which means this, in order to get all of these, you know that these parents have to be OO, because that's the only way you would get an offspring with type O here, right? So one parent would have to be AO and the other parent would have to be BO. Those two parents together would be able to produce 4 different phenotypic blood types. Here's AB, here's A, here's B, and here's O. And this last one here, to produce a family of blood type A and AB. So now same thing, but your 2 phenotypes in offspring are AB and A. So again, well, this would have to be an A, this would have to be a B, but in order for this not to be AB, this here would have to be an O, correct? And then this right here is going to come down. Well, do any of the offspring have type B blood? No, which means you know this also has to be an A. And that is how you would get 2 offspring with type AB and 2 offspring with type AO. The parent genotypes would have to be AA and BO. Please send me Schoology message with any questions, or I will be online at 11 o'clock. I will send you guys a link to the Zoom meeting if you have questions that you would like me to answer live. But once you're done with this, go ahead and do your short quiz, and you will be done with work for today.